So, narcissists are all about seeing how far down they can push you for the sake of their own validation and much needed confirmation of their superiority over you. And that's why narcissists are always creating situations where they're trying to make the point to you that they don't care about you, that you mean nothing to them, in the hope that you'll fall into a state of desperation, wanting them back at all costs, showing that you can't make it on your own without them. Of course, all of this only really validates them if you react as expected. What they've done is they've created this character in their mind. They've created this person, this needy, desperate character. And if they can turn you into that imaginary character that they've created, then they know they'll get a lot of validation. They'll have their ego stroked. They'll feel desirable. They'll feel important. And that's why they try to push you down. That's why they devalue you for such a long time and so heavily, and then ultimately discard you. Or perhaps they just ghost you, disappearing without giving you much information of why they left. The supply which they get, the supply which comes from having you stay in character, of being that desperate, needy, pining person over them, that energizes them and it allows them to thrive and seek out other supplies because they're feeling great. They're feeling cocky, confident, and they apply that to other people, other supplies, prospects. But when you start to heal from the devastation, or maybe you just never really fell into the role, into the character they set out for you. Perhaps you were aware of the useless person which they are, so maybe you didn't really feel miserable without them, or not as miserable as they thought you were going to feel. And on top of that, maybe the potency of other supply prospects isn't that great for the narcissist. When the narcissist doesn't have potent supply, and when you're not behaving, which is you're not feeling miserable with their absence, that's where they often make a return. That's where they hoover you. They send you a nice, sweet hoover, where they try to kindly and convincingly let you know how they changed for the better, that they've seen the light. They'll come, they'll butter you up, telling you everything you want to hear. They try to make you feel good again, so you let them back in. Ultimately, what they really want is they just want the chance to get back into your life. Because they know, or at least in their head, that they can put you down again. And it won't be too difficult because they know you well. They want the validation from putting you down again, from making you miserable again. And they're hoping, of course, you haven't worked out what they're all about. They're hoping that you need them so bad that you couldn't say no to them coming back, even if you wanted. It's when the narcissist tries to come back. It's when they try to hoover, where all the leverage is in your hands. Because you saying no, or you just simply keeping them out of your life, means that you have proven that you're better than them. And that feeling where you haven't let them back in, they can't find a way back in, you keeping them out of your life, it sinks deep in the narcissist because now they feel like they're second place. And that feeling just doesn't really go away. And they don't like feeling like you're better than them, even though that's the feeling that sinks in and they really can't shake it off. So just remember that and know that when you heal, when you don't care about them anymore after they're gone, that's exactly when they come back. Some way, somehow, they try to work the way back in. And it usually comes with a beautiful story of how they've changed and how much you mean to them.